Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority bra United Nations Children's Fund lokot miligena Nagaland Disaster Reduction Map upor 2 din laga training workshop Capital Convention Center Kohima te luise. NLTV lokot kathakra homoy NSDMA CEO Johnny Ruangmei koshiki idu collaboration to future day state bitor infrastructure banabole modot krubo gose. Tai aro koise ki Nagaland Disaster Risk Reduction 2023 to 32 Nagaland ki country bitor disaster risk reduction roadmap chalate poila state hobole ase koigena janaise.
In collaboration with the United Nations International Children Emergency Fund is organizing with a workshop on Nagaland Disaster Risk Reduction Roadmap 2023 to 2030. So can you a little bit highlight on what was your things on this that collaborate with the United Nations International for this?
NSDMA collaborated for the NDRR roadmap of 2023-2030 with UNICEF's purely on technical support. They have been the one who has been guiding us in developing this since 2020, 21, 22. For the past 3 years we have been working. And last year's during the Nagaland Statehood Day, this document was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland, Sir Sri Nefurio. And the very purpose of this document is for future resilience. Whatever we are doing today, we need to build infrastructure future ready. Now, especially with the climate pattern changing, the event of disasters becomes more frequent, and therefore this document is developed with all the line departments, 32 line departments, that we will have to build future resilient infrastructure. This is the very purpose.
It will help out with the, in the state of Nagaland.
Yes, this will certainly translate on ground how to implement, and this will also enhance the state capabilities to achieve the target of the Sustainable Development Goal and the Sendai framework, and also the 10-point agenda of the Prime Minister on disaster risk reduction.
It's a high risk on disaster, especially as we see the season during this time. So that will help out with this roadmap of 2023 to 2030.
Yes, in collaboration with the line departments. The line departments are the one who will be doing this. Therefore, this roadmap will certainly be a pointer, be a guide in taking or in building resilient infrastructure in the state. So all the sectors, like it could be the infrastructure sector, it could be livelihood sector, this is going to be a kind of pointer to do things much better in a resilient way, reducing the risk.
Thus, the NDRR is a policy document designed to achieve long-term resilience in the state from threat posed by climate and disaster risks. Well, here I want to add, as we all are aware that this disaster is a natural happening, and it is more or less like a structural thing. But now, in our Naga society, with due apology, I observed that we have a new disaster, and that is human issue. Rather, only yesterday, our Naga society is a self-sustaining society. We don't depend on anyone. But now, every one of us, from economic to human issue or any activity, we are depending on other people. So we have becoming a dependent society in every field. What I observe in my daily life, even if there is a blockade of a drainage near my house, people doesn't bother, because that blockade is going to result in a mass landslide. But people doesn't bother. They used to look at the government, that government has to do it. So that one peculiar threat has come up in our society, that is everything we are depending. So we need to do away with this habit. These strategic documents designed by NSDMA with the technical support of our UNICEF invested strategy action plans for different stakeholders. It has estimated the baseline of disaster loss and damage in the state, set detailed action under each, that is under Sendai framework policy, defined in collaborations from various stakeholders, and set attainable target in alignment with national and global framework, such as the Prime Minister 10-point agenda, the Sendai framework for disaster risk reductions, and the sustainable development goals. This workshop, led by NSDMA in collaboration with UNICEF, is an effort to explore the way required for the progressive implementation of the roadmap in the coming day in its true spirit. I believe every one of you, the stakeholders from different line departments, will benefit immensely from this workshop, especially in understanding the relevance of resilient governance system, efficient social sector services, livelihood resilience, emergency response system, infrastructure resilience, and risk-informed urban developments for bringing long-term resilience to the state. Since it is an activity-based workshop, I encourage each participant to actively learn the art of result-oriented project, proposals, formulations, method, and technique, which have been designed exclusively considering Nagaland topography, geomorphology, and culture in mind. By the end of this workshop, each participant will have the skill to develop a NDRR proposal equating the values of a climate and disaster resilience Nagaland. Our expert from NSDMA and UNICEF will explain the detailed implementation process of the roadmap, involving the role of various stakeholders, including the government, academia, private sector, and civil society group. By securing sustained commitment of human and financial resources from all stakeholders, we aim to minimize disruption caused by disaster and enhance our capacity to recover swiftly from any future hazard. The launch of this NDRR roadmap signifies a pivotal advancement toward a safer and more resilient Nagaland, underscoring our collective dedications to strengthen preparedness for preserving our landscape and heritage from disaster risks and ensuring sustainable development. Together, let us build a resilient Nagaland where every citizen can thrive without the fear of disaster. Once again, I thank all the stakeholders for your participation in this workshop, and I also congratulate the NSDMA official for vigorously pursuing to make our state a knowledge house for disaster management. Thank you, and may Nagaland continue to flourish and prosper. Thank you.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.